What is going on? We back at it again. Another reaction type beat beyond Dragon Ball Super, bro. These demons are starting to get ignorant. They're going with their move now. You feel me? We already had the tag team match last episode. You know what I'm saying? Androids versus demons for the World Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. You feel me? And then all of a sudden turned to a handicap match because Piccolo pulled up. You know what I'm saying? And snuck a nigga. So, yeah. Then we still got the shit on Versus Planet. We'll see. So now we got 2 out of 4 Dark Masters on Versus Planet. About to fight 5 demons. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, and Beerus. We got to see how this shit about to play out. On me. On me. Gear up, baby girl. You might have to catch the fade, unfortunately. Damn. It is what it is, I guess. I ain't gonna like it, but you know what I'm saying? We gotta do what we gotta do. But anywho, thank you for blah 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 blah. Leave it up, the like, comment below, subscribe. Again, what to 3K. Subscribe, man. Follow you on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel. Link in the description down below. Subscribe to Alex. Got bought the 2 milli type beat. Without further ado, dive on in.
As our story now continues back over on Beerus's planet, with the Dark Masters now being shown having to
confront our heroes
face to face just moments before having to attack them, which was only moments just before anyone had
unless they bring out their clones too, them demon clones, is gonna be a problem.
The Dark Masters in addressing them was when Goku then went on to quickly respond, "Oh, I don't like this, you guys, but we've got to go and make sure to go and hold our own out there against them and not give them an inch, no matter what they go and try to throw our way in the meantime."
Put your hands up, bro.
Well, just great, Beerus went on to then quickly chime in. So that decrepit ruler of the underworld, Raijin, has finally had enough in wanting to go and take action here against us now, does he? Well, since he went and called for the 2 of you along with the rest of your filthy minions to go and try to do so, Beerus says, then why doesn't he simply go and come out of the shadows in which he hides behind and enact these deeds of destruction against us here himself? With the demon Dark Master
no, Beerus, shut the Beerus, be quiet, bro. Quiet. That nigga eat hearts out. He ignorant. He don't give a damn. Y'all not beating him. Be quiet. Shut up.
Crap it, you say? And just who exactly are you calling to? Oh, that's right. For now, I remember, as it's been a few hours since you have all went and laid eyes on Lord Raijin, and so no. For while you may have went and remembered Lord Raijin and having to go and make his way down onto this world while he was in his elder state, we, on the other hand, can simply go and guarantee you all that Lord Raijin is certainly not the same as you had remember him being when he first came here, with the Dark Master having to then chime in. That's right, and if you fools believe that he is anywhere near in being the exact same as he once was, then you don't hope to go and stand a chance when compared to what Lord Raijin has become now. And so one way or another, your end has now finally arrived, whether you want it to be the case or not. Universe 7, with Gohan then having to respond, oh well, if those surrounding
they got their hands up,
or any indication of something, then all this means is that we'll have to go and fight them both head on right here, right now, because it certainly doesn't look as though they went and planned on coming onto
want to see what they can do though
alone either. And so it's either we go and deal with them here and now, or they will simply go and continue to track us all down until they have went and cornered us, with Beerus then being shown having to crack his neck and approaching the Dark Masters from below by responding, well, since you are the ones who have been solely responsible for creating this entire mess by not only having to go and steal the Super Dragon Balls when you did, but in also having to go and plan this entire invasion ordeal out, along with having to go and resurrect that demon god Raijin of yours, then how's about you go and leave these mortals out of this for the time being and come down here and face me alone? Because if you believe that I'm not going to go and pay you all back for disrupting the natural order and balance within my universe, then the 2 of you have another thing coming. So now, what do you say we go and settle this entire ordeal once and for all and for good this time, demons? But then it was only just within that very moment, as both the Dark Masters Jogo and Gira were then shown having to stick their arms out and combining their energies for something, was when Jogo then went on to quickly respond, well, as a a matter of fact, God of Destruction, we actually have other plans for you, as you may in fact actually end up proving and posing as being one of the more difficult factors in this upcoming battle, and so for the time being, we instead think that it would be best for you to go and simply sit this one out for us in the meantime, Giro responds, since we instead have a little brain to go and pick with those mortal rodents around you for having them go and simply defy Lord Raigen's law, but worry not for the time being, Lord Beerus, for we will go and make sure to save you for last once we are done ripping your allies apart down there into pieces, Gira utters, and so now, go on and be a good little God of Destruction and just stay right where you are. No, is that so? And just
no, they're about to lock him up.
What is this?
Oh shit, it's the Digimon.
I can't seem to be able to move my body, and so what is this? What did you rotten worms just go and do to my body? As Goku then went on to respond, whoa, what the heck just happened to him? As it looks as though he's just frozen in place, but what is it? With Vegeta chiming in, it looks as though it's some kind of a paralyzing barrier, which they appear to be using both of their own power along with an outside means of energy to go and bind him in his current place. But the others weren't having it, because with both Broly and Gohan
the two crash outs
transform and immediately using their strongest levels of power was when
the two niggas you don't want to see crash out ever in your life against you. You feel me? Oh my god. Super Saiyan 3 Broly. I mean, yeah, but I mean, we'll see.
Gohan then went on to quickly respond, oh, hurry, because it's now or never then.
If these two ever fused,
let's go and show these Dark Lords on what exactly we're made of and go and turn their lights off once and for all and for good this time. But then, it was only shockingly enough from behind the Dark Masters,
legendary beast warrior
went on to make his presence known in having to be shown firing
energy
blast down upon our heroes was when Giro went on to respond,
Goalie.
Well, let's not go and try to get too far ahead of ourselves now. For we had went and made sure to come prepared just in case something like this were to go and happen, and so now, Meki Myro, and as they are all yours for you to go and pick apart down there, to which as Broly was then shown making his way towards Meki Myro and tanking all of his blasts, was when Goku then went on to quickly shout, "Now quickly, us two now, Vegeta, and so let's
leap under his ass clap.
We'll go and close in right behind Broly and rush right through and having to go after those Dark Masters."
Shit, bro, eating them
Vegeta
things.
Responding, alright then, and so in the meantime, Gohan, we'll need for you to go and try to free Lord Beerus while me and Kakarot go and handle the other two. Foolish Saiyan, Meki Myro went on to then chime in. Struggle all you want for your resistance.
Okay, so Broly and Gohan.
Take you so far here
well, Broly got the Digimon.
and withstand many more
and Vegeta and Goku got the Dark Masters. Okay.
Then it was only from within this very moment as both Goku and Vegeta went on to transform in using Broly as a means of tanking all of Meki Myro's attacks and having to make their way right past him.
Here we
Goku
go.
then went on to shout, right there, and so now's our chance, so let's hurry as I'll go and take the hooded one to the left while you go and deal with Gira on the right, and so
my nigga always fighting women.
Shouting, fine, but don't go and stand in my way in the meantime while I go and handle her then, Kakarot, with the Dark Master Gira then having to then respond just as expected they would. Very well then, Saiyans, let us begin, but just do bear in mind the plan in the meantime while we go and fight these little worms, Jogo, because we cannot go and risk fumbling this against them while they are all already here. To which even in these very moments as Goku and Vegeta were shown having to fight off against the Dark Masters, as a full-powered Super Saiyan 3 Broly was shown having to attack Meki Myro, was when Beast Gohan then went on to respond, just remember to go and try to stabilize yourself out there, as I will be right there to go and join you in this battle once I am done and having to go and try to help Lord Beerus break free, and so just give me
how the hell you gonna help him get out?
Go and figure this out in the meantime, Broly. And so now just hang in there for just a moment as I'm going to try to break through that paralyzing barrier by using my own power in response to its energy output to go and try to free you, Gohan says, with Beerus having to utter, wait, no, don't attempt to go and try it just yet, and so wait, damn Saiyan, watch out behind you. but then it was only from out of nowhere now behind Gohan as the elite demon Zoro went on to make his presence known by having to appear in wrapping
Got your
himself around
ass.
by having to grab hold and
The other
squeeze
Digimon.
Gohan within his arms was when Zoro then went on to quickly respond, "Oh no you don't, Saiyan, for you aren't going to be helping anyone so as long as I am
Legit
here to
caught my
ensure
nigga
that
lacking.
you don't, and so from here on, you will be going and dealing with me in the meantime while you go and watch from the sidelines as your beloved friends and family are torn into pieces." Bro, curse you, demon, Vegeta responds upon being shown fighting Gira. "What is the trick to how you were able to go and move like this and lead my attacks the way you are before I go and try to make them?"
She is not
As
sweating
you
your
are
ass, my
being
goat.
fueled by something in response to each and every single one of my counterattacks, now aren't you? With the Dark Master Gira responding, "Well, not bad, Saiyan, so maybe I am being given leverage in this battle here against you mortals by some kind of an outside means, but I guess the question now becomes on what exactly do you think you can possibly hope to do that will stop me from using it, Vegeta? For do you think that you can go and figure that out in time? Because I think that you and your little friends down there are all running on borrowed time, and deep down you know this to be true. And while your powers may be impressive to those who are blind to the truth of knowing what you along with your other mortal friends are capable of in battle," Gira went on to then duck on under by doing a split and
She
avoiding
said,
Vegeta's
"We?"
attack. "It was because we were able to go and study your battle against that fallen angel Merno that gave us the advantage in coming up with a plan that was effective enough in countering
that
whatever
what-
you and your allies would go and try to throw our way.
Double fist to the sternum.
And so you can try as you'd like, but little do you know that it was thanks to your battle against Merno that we were able to go and learn everything about you." To which it was only
That's not
within that
right.
very moment as Vegeta's body was shown having to fly right
Think she
past
did
the
this
battle
shit.
involving both Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku and Jogo was when Jogo went on to attack Goku by then questioning, "Honestly now, Saiyan, what makes you think that your battle here against us is going to be any different than how it was when we had first went and faced off against you in the Demon Realm before you
Dead
went and
ass.
managed to escape? As you and I both know that you are without any hopes of having to win, then so why don't you just go and give up and accept your fate here against us and knowing that you simply can't win?" With Goku responding, "Well, if you haven't already caught on by now, then I would much rather go and perish on my feet than ever live to go see the day where I would ever go and submit myself to the
Facts.
likes of you and your kind.
If we gonna die, we
Well,
gonna die
I
10
expected
toes."
as much," Jogo responds upon Goku being shown having to miss one of his punches, "but since you appear to warrant
Gohan,
some
get that
kind
nigga
of
off me,
death
bro.
wish while choosing to decline our willingness to allow for you to live under the rulership of the almighty Lord Raijin, then allow for Gira and I alongside the rest of our mighty demon army to go and see to it that you get exactly what you deserve, son Goku." Yes, you see that? Now tell me, Saiyan Zaru questions, how does it feel to know that you are powerless to go and do anything to stop me and having to see your loved ones crumble
Powerless?
around you?
Hold on,
one
Gohan.
by? Well, I don't know what exactly you want to go and take me for here, Gohan responds.
Facts.
upon
He thought he
being
think you
shown
sweet.
Zaru in the stomach, but I am in no mood in continuing to go and play these little games of yours, demon. For
Get
we
your
have
hand
had
up off me,
enough
nigga.
of this, all of this. With Zaru responding,
Hmm.
"Oh, so we have a feisty one over here now, don't we? Well, even though I didn't go and take you up as being some kind of a mere walk in the park here, mortal, however, don't go and get the wrong idea about our forces here from the demon realm either, Saiyan, because if you think that this is all that we here from the world beyond yours can muster in battle, then you should really stop and reconsider on what it is that you are truly going up against here, mortal. But since I
boot to
absolutely
chest.
love
Shit.
your never die attitude," Zaru continues upon being shown kicking Gohan away, "what do you say we go and put that to the test and seeing which one of us is truly the tougher fighter here between us, Saiyan?" As it was only within that very moment with Gohan's body being shown having to fly right past Beerus, who was still frozen in place, was when Beerus went on to then utter, "It's just great, for those demons are swatting those Saiyans down there like flies, and here I am just standing
I
here
won't
like
say
some
that
kind of a
much.
statue and just simply having to go and watch as they continue to go and spit directly in my face. Well, no more, for I am not to be treated with such disrespect and to stand to allow for you to escape
Crash
without
out.
having to answer with retaliation. As I have had enough in having you try and walk all over me whilst forgetting as to who I am along with the title that I hold. You rotten and miserable little creatures. Go and try to freeze me in place and expect for me not to answer
What is
back
that
now,
hint?
do you? Well, I'll show
Alright.
you. I'll go
Not
and
a big
show
ass, I think that was that
all of
Titan?
you on why I am not to be messed
Leviathan?
with like this, Beerus continues. And as I
Alright,
went
bro.
and seen all that I
They
could
grab my nigga.
possibly
Alright.
go to
He gonna
hope
crash
and
out for real
stand to
now.
endure from these demons for one day. And so if this was what you have wanted, then allow for me to gladly go and... But then, it was only shockingly enough now from behind Beerus, as a gigantic arm was then shown having to reach on out through a portal, and
Nani?
grabbing Beerus in place was when Beerus went on to then utter, damn it all, what now? And just where in the world did this just come from? And I hope that you come to understand that just because you've went and increased both your size along with your power doesn't automatically mean that I am at a disadvantage against you. For the very power that was given onto us by our great leader goes far beyond what your mere mortal mind can understand, and with the essence of the demon realm itself having to fuel my energy, and I can simply go and continue to fight you like this for days on end without running out of power.
That's crazy
you
work,
rely
bro.
solely on your driven nature, which is limited by your ability to carry, because unlike creatures like you, we here in the demon realm were created for this exact purpose, which is ultimately why you have no chance at beating me, Mechimyro continues. Now just watch
No
as I go and
chance?
set the example by showing you on exactly why you are powerful yet powerless in doing anything to change that, Mechimyro continues. For my energy cannons along with my blitz waves will be shown to be more than enough to rip right through your flesh and tearing you apart
Alright.
before you can wait. What? Your body was able to go and hold out a
Boy,
surprise,
you know who you talking to, bro?
My rapid fire blitz wave attack
The
with hardly
Berserker
any
Saiyan
damage that is shown
Broly,
on you,
nigga.
but how could that be possible? For why are you shown in having to be weakened like how I was shown having to weaken you on that desert homeworld planet of yours before? Oh, why you? So it looks as though you aren't just a mere cave-dwelling pushover after all, Saiyan. But don't go and get too cocky, for my metal
Another
isn't
nigga
just
pull it up,
something that
bro.
you can find yourself in having to punch your way right out of so easily, mortal. But then
David
it was
Jones,
only
go back,
within these very
bro.
moments now from
Go
out of
back where the
nowhere
hell- wherever the hell you
behind
came from,
Mechimyro,
bro.
as the elite demon Garlock went on to make his presence known, and having to further prevent Mechimyro in flying outwards was when Garlock went on to address Mechimyro by responding, Easy now, Mechimyro, for you are allowing for your frustrations in wanting to shred this animal to sway your actions and cloud your judgment during this battle, and as you shouldn't go and allow for this abnormal creature's durability to hinder on your focus, Garlock says, for he is made of both flesh and bone, while you are comprised of the strongest known metals in the entire universe. And so now hold your position and remember your purpose here, demon, as these very animals are but an annoying yet very
Go back home,
simple
Garlock.
enemy to overcome, for they are both predictable and driven by their impulse and blind determination, which will lead to their downfall. And as they lash out in reckless outbursts of strength and believing that their own power can carry them to victory, that will be when you will need to go and strike when they are at their weakest mentally, Garlock continues. And so now let them go and scream and burn right through their strength and exhausting every pitiful ounce of power that they possess, because it is simply going to be the one and only thing that these creatures can go and cling on to, whereas we are creatures of calculated ruin and guided by the eternal power of the demon realm's very essence itself. And as long as that very darkness continues to go and flow through us, there is
That's not
nothing
good,
that they
bro.
can go and do to try and escape their judgments, whether they want to go and choose to continue to stand against us or not. And so now hold your position and prepare to fire on my command. For every strike must carry intention, and every blast must tear through their defenses, enforcing their bodies to crumble under the weight of their own failure. So while I continue to hereby go and make them feel that very weight as a result of their own miscalculations, I want you to go and watch as I go and show you on what I mean by using this brute's very own attacks and turning it against his allies.
Go hard.
And as they are not without their own
Get
flaws and being
up.
widespread and exposed for all those who stand against them to go and see, Garlock Garlock continues, and to go and use their own power against them is what will also be the key in witnessing their downfall upon our quest to do what must be done, Mechimyro. Garlock continues, and since their very power is limited whereas ours is not, remember your focus in not giving them any room to breathe, Mechimyro. And so now what do you say you go and keep that brute at bay and continue to punish him by blasting him into submission, while I, on the other hand, go and take care of our little friend over there in the meantime. Show no mercy and do not relinquish your attacks.
What you about to do with that thing in your hand, big bro?
Able to stand, with the demon Mechimyro responding with pleasure, as this one here is going to be mine to destroy and my alone, while I go and offer you his ally within his place. Good, very good, Garlock responds upon having to be shown using one of his energy whips and wrapping it around Gohan's neck. And so now tell me, puny Saiyan,
I about to start whipping that nigga low key. Filthy Saiyan.
This battle alone, because while I go and continue to choke the life out of you by using my darkness binding lash, I can go as far as to assure you here and now that he wouldn't have been coming here alone, Saiyan. And so
they really came here to jump Universe 7, bro. That's like what, 3 elite niggas and 2 Dark Masters, bro. They really came to jump. These niggas really came to jump.
Continues, so too does your suffering, Garlock adds. So the longer you refuse to bow your head and submit yourselves to Lord Raijin's law, the deeper your agony will run. For do you really think that your friends over here are going to come and save you? For do you really think that your allies stand any hope of turning the tides here against us, Saiyan? Because I want for you to
evolve, Gohan, Broly.
You, for they won't, and
go beyond your limits.
And as every clash along with every futile attempt to resist us only serves to further your punishment, as your suffering will be what will feed us. For the multiverse will remember this day here between us, but not as a day of victory on your behalf, but as the hour when the last flames of resistance were extinguished. As you are no savior of the multiverse, but rather simply just the latest fool to go and try to stand before the unrelenting might of Lord Raijin's law, and just like those who have long came before you to oppose his governance, you too will be crushed as a result of your insolence against him. Little by little, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, one by one we will cripple and devour you all until there is utterly and absolutely nothing more that remains. So now go and continue to fight and resist if you must. Let your beast scream.
Leviathan, let him go, Leviathan.
Prolong the inevitable, because no matter how fiercely you struggle here against us,
oh my God,
and no matter how intensely
Gohan,
in gaining
get
control,
up.
you will never overcome what stands before you.
He's probably got his hands up, I guess.
Is not something that can be resisted, but instead it is rather something that solely consumes. To which, moreover, when then having to go back to
let him go, bro. Let that nigga go. That pretty cat gonna crash out.
Was when the demon Leviathan then went on to utter, I am going to go on and crush you into an oblivion in the name of our venerable ruler and supreme god king Lord Raijin, with Beerus then having to quickly respond, alright, now that does it, for I have had enough of this, all of this, along with all of you. Each and every single one of you have done enough in crossing that line, and so now,
crash out, big bro.
I will begin to show you the true power that lies deep within a god of destruction, a power in which you cannot possibly go on to hope to rival, and the power that will be what ultimately decides your fate.
Hakai that nigga.
Hakai. Demons, and it's time to go and settle the score
just say the word Hakai. Bye, Leviathan.
Have done enough in getting in my way for one day, and since
goodbye.
you are willing to go and perish in the name of having to submit yourselves to your ruler Raijin, then let this now go and be the price that you will have to go and pay for ever daring to go and challenge my authority. Ultra Instinct Beerus then went on to quickly respond, and so you are to go and know your place among the hierarchy of the gods, for this will be the price that you will have to pay for your rebellion.
Hakai, get out of here, nigga.
Which it was only within these moments as the giant Leviathan was attempting to strike Beerus.
The ultimate delete button.
Within the wind, happened was when Beerus then went on to quickly observe this by responding, "Good, now feel the wrath of a god as you slowly disappear and fade into the wind like the animal that you are, foolish beasts, for this is what you get."
Let that nigga go, bro. Ooh, damn, Goku.
Slowly see on how you creatures are beginning to operate, Beerus continues, and it's because of having you.
And yeah, I forgot. And he brought the Leviathan too. Them niggas really came here to jump, bro. Them niggas came to spin the block for real, for real.
How you were able to go and remain in the positions of power that you currently are, as it is starting to become more and more evident based on the way I am watching those Saiyans fight out there that they won't be able to last much longer out there if this continues. And it's not because they are weaker or simply lack the power to go and destroy those Dark Masters and demons all on their own, Beerus continues, but it's simply due to the fact that those demons are definitely feeding off something, for I should have expected such things, Beerus continues, as the Dark Masters aren't just fighters in this regard, but they're manipulators of magic and playing this battle like a game and bending the rules to suit them within their favor, because why go and rely on your own strength when you can simply go and leech from an entirely different dimension of cursed energy to go and try to stay ahead, Beerus says. And so I doubt that they don't already know this as well, given the fight that they are currently in, which is why I believe that I may in fact know of a way on how to close this gap between us here while we still have the chance. However, Beerus continues, the fools seem to be too stubborn for their own good to see it, for they are trying to go and fight these demons head on and having to assume by thinking that brute strength is the only answer when it is not, at least not for the time being, especially when our enemies have an infinite source of power in backing them. And so the longer this battle drags on, the stronger these monsters will ultimately become, and for every moment they stall, that bottomless energy will just continue to go and fuel them, which is why we must go and hurry and change our approach to this battle before they go and find a way to run us all down in the meantime. To which, as Goku was then shown having to address Vegeta back to back,
okay, bestie?
Goku then went on to respond, "Oh darn it, Vegeta, this isn't working because no matter how many times we go and try to knock them down, they somehow go and find a way to stand back up as if nothing even happened. And what's more," Goku continues, "is the fact that they also seem to be feeding off something as well. And so now because of this, it doesn't seem as though we are losing because they are stronger than us," Goku continues, "but we only appear to be losing because they've got an endless supply of power that's backing them up, and so we've got to go and come up with another
Not fair,
plan
cheating,
fast.
cheaters.
Otherwise, they'll simply go and wear us all down if this keeps going. But if we can go and figure out on how to disrupt the flow of order and block the path that they are siphoning energy through," Goku says, "then we won't just be able to go and find a way to weaken them, but we can go as far as to beat them as well. And so I know that we can do this," with Vegeta responding, "Damn these demons. You don't think I see it too, Kakarot? For they are nothing more than parasites leeching off of the demon realm itself and using its essence and energy to fuel themselves during our battle. But I think
They're
I
one of the
may know
ones
of
for
a way
real.
on how to cut that connection between them in order for it to give us a fighting chance in beating
True,
these
my
demons.
boy has
But
been
severing
studying that
link
book.
isn't going to be easy, which is why I will need for you to go and listen to me, and listen to me very closely, as we will only go and have one chance at trying this, because if we are to fail," Vegeta continues, "then we can simply go and kiss our chances at defeating them goodbye. And so even though they may have the numbers advantage along with the direct line to the demon realm for now,
Yeah, they came here playing no games.
change that, but you'll have to go and try to buy me some time in order to ensure that this works within our favor," as it was only right then and there now during that moment.
Oh,
the
shit.
Beyond Dragon Ball Super
Damn.
Story of the Dark Masters, the official Merno sequel, manga chapter number 35 special,
Well,
comes to a close.
Well, actually, I'll go ahead and take.
Well, actually, Weiss, what the heck? What the fact, Weiss, where are you at, fam? You can use that. Ooh. Oh. Man, that should look tough. That look tough. That look tough. Get your old ass out my face, my goat. Gotta see. I just have to see. There she go. There she go. Yeah, you about to die. You going to die, baby girl. Hold up. Toro. Digimon. Gohan, you really gotta call Lycan, fam. Bro, she was so nonchalant about the shit, bro. Like, damn. Like, blocking my nigga attacks like it wasn't nothing, bro. Nah, that shit tough though. That shit tough. That shit tough. It is summer. I mean, he broke free. Nah, he broke free though. That's tough. That's tough. Oh my god. Yeah, he was studying that book. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's our only bet, our only chance. But then again, let's say if they do get the upper hand, they might pull out them fucking demon clones. That's gonna be annoying to deal with. I ain't gonna hold you, you know. And also, I really thought, I guess I got proven wrong. So I really thought Gohan and Broly, you know what I'm saying, damn near everybody can handle the elites. I guess I was wrong. I'm not gonna hold you. I guess I was wrong, bro, because bro getting choked out. Broly, he got his hands up. I can't break through. I wonder if, you know, any one of them is going to evolve in this series. You know, somebody got to evolve, whether it be Goku, Broly, Gohan, Broly. Say Broly twice, Vegeta. I mean, yeah, that means somebody got to evolve. I don't know who, but somebody. Because I mean, Broly, maybe Super Saiyan 4, maybe Beast. I don't know. Beast will be brand new. But then Goku and Vegeta, might be brand new too. Maybe, I guess, you know, because I mean, we're not using Ego in this series, so yeah. Okay, Beerus. Okay, Beerus. Okay. I thought Beerus wasn't gonna be on shit either, low key. I ain't gonna hold you for some reason. I ain't gonna lie. I forget. Yeah, he got Ultra Instinct, but yeah. He said he been training too, so I'm gonna take him at his word about that. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. You got some Deutsche reaction, man. Hit the video up with a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Again, roll to 3K. Now subscribe, man. Follow you on Patreon, Twitch, and the game channel. Link in the description down below. Subscribe to Alex. Got bought the 2 milli type beat. Anyway, love y'all. Thanks for watching. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.